This is NAB Show Live.
Hi there, I'm Michael Robinson with Broadcast Beat, and this is NAB Show Live. We're on the Convention Center in the South Hall, and I'm talking to Tom Canavan. He is from Media Links. Welcome, sir. How are you doing?
We're doing great. Looking forward to a great show.
So, it's amazing, the traffic, the crowd, the exhibition. It's absolutely fantastic. Is it your first time?
No, and I don't want to tell you how many decades of NABs I've done.
So let's talk about your business model because it's fascinating. Tell us a bit about what you're going to be providing to our exhibitors this year or our audience.
Well, Media Links is about a 20-year-old Japanese company that really led the way in video over IP, which is so ambiguous right now. We're responsible for inventing a lot of the concepts and standards that are in use, and we focus very strongly on media over IP, in other words, transport. We don't try to be everything to every people, to every customer.
How much of artificial intelligence is integrated into your platform?
Not a lot, honestly, right now, but certainly down the line, anything is possible.
So tell us a bit about the workflow or your organizational chart that you've got behind us.
Sure. Well, obviously the big story in this industry right now is the migration of technology to an IP infrastructure. And that goes from remote production, or REMI as some customers call it, or at-home production, where they could eliminate trucks because of the advantages that IP transport brings them, goes all the way into the studio or broadcast center, where they can economically reinvent their workflows as a result of IP. And there's an immense amount of opportunity for them when they implement IP. But it's also extremely costly, and very few organizations are going to just scrap their existing SDI infrastructure and say, okay, we're going to fund and build an all IP plant. So what we're talking about here, and what we're talking to our customers about at this show, is what we call a soft migration, right? How do you employ IP in some areas that bring you immediate advantage without scrapping your SDI infrastructure from day one, right? So as we say here, it's evolutionary, it's not revolutionary, right? We have a familiar SDI-like operational environment. So the operators and engineers who are used to doing things in SDI and pushing a button to switch a source or whatever, don't leave that environment. We're not trying to give them a keyboard instead of a router control panel, except where that's advantageous, right? So our idea here is a complete evolutionary architecture that takes into account the wide area network, where we have always been specialists in, but also now the local area network. So how do you avoid that dividing line between the outside plant and the inside plant? Right. How do you make it a seamless infrastructure and a seamless workflow that brings operational and cost advantages? Mm-hmm. Okay, so those are some of the things that we are doing here. And then as we get more into our products, we'll, if I could push this button, we'll see. We have different building blocks, right? We have our edge devices, which will be at a venue, a stadium, a broadcast plant, connect to the wide area network, come into the broadcast plant, where our advanced routing and switching products, now going up to 100 gigabits, right, will be able to take over. And where we're unique, we believe, in that area, where there's a lot of competition in the industry, is that we are customizing these products for media. So we believe that there are misunderstandings in the industry that you can just take a generic product off the shelf and use it for media. And while we're certainly moving in that direction, media is very demanding. It's demanding in timing, it's demanding in reliability, quality of service, etc. So we are taking those products and adding a custom layer of software and functionality, so now you have the advantages of both sides, right? So that's within the broadcast plan, and then of course the broadcaster's going to push it out, and that gets it back into the wide area network, right? So we're looking for a seamless integration across that.
Well, that's exactly what I think most people are looking for these days, the ability to move seamlessly from point A to point B with few interruptions, few downtime, because for broadcasters, as you know, it's imperative that we have seamless operation.
And extremely high reliability, right? So those are the challenges.
Well, I thank you very much for being with us, sir. This is Tom at Media Links, and I wish you all the best here at NAB Show.
Show and enjoy.
I'm Michael Robinson, and this is NAB Show Live.